Hello, welcome to our channel Learn to Score. In this video, I'm going to solve few important problems from Real Numbers chapter for your final exam. I hope you will like the video. Please subscribe to our channel for regular updates and share this video with your friends so that it can be of use to them also. Thank you. Real Numbers is an important chapter for your final exam. Based on my analysis of old question papers, I am going to list few important topics from this chapter. They are: find HCF of two numbers, a problem based on product of pair of numbers is equal to product of their LCM and HCF. Write the given decimal number in P by Q form. Write a given number in its decimal form. Prove that a given number is an irrational number. Expand or simplify a given logarithmic expression. Find the value of a given logarithm. These are few important topics. I am going to solve one problem from each topic. You also solve similar kind of problems from your textbook examples, exercises, and old question papers so that you will be prepared well for your final exam. Right? Let us solve some problems now. Problem number 1. Find HCF of number 72 and 108. This question was asked in year 2016 supplementary exam of Andhra Pradesh State Board 10th class exams. To find the HCF, let's first express number 72 as product of its prime factors. 72 can be written as 2 times 36, right? 2 is prime number here, 36 is composite number. Now let's split 36 also. To do that, let me write it as 2 times 18, where 2 is prime number. 18 is composite number. Now we can express 18 as 2 times 9, right? Now 9 can be expressed as product of two prime numbers, that is 3 and 3. It means 72 can be written as 2 cube times 3 square, right? 2 cube we are writing because 3 appeared as prime factor thrice and 3 appeared as factor twice. That's why it is 2 cube and 3 square, right? Now let us express 108 as product of its prime factors. 108 can be written as 2 times 54, where 2 is prime number and 54 is composite number. Now 54 can be expressed as 2 times 27, right? 27 is composite number here. Let's write it as 3 times 9. 9 is composite number here. Now let's write it as 3 times 3. So we have now all prime numbers, right? 2. So what we are going to do now is let's write 108 as 2 square times 3 cube. 2 square because 2 appeared twice as the factor and 3 appeared thrice. That is why it is 3 cube. Let's take a note of that. We know that HCF is defined as product of smallest power of each common prime factors in the numbers. The words we have to note here is smallest power and each common prime factor. What are the common prime factors? 2 and 3. In the case of 72, we have factors 2 and 3, prime factors. And in the case of 108 also we have 2 and 3, right? Now we have to see what are the smallest powers. In the case of 2, we see that smallest power is 2. In the case of 3 also the smallest power is 2, right? Let's write that. Smallest power of 2 is 2 and smallest power of 3 is also equal to 2. So that HCF is going to be 2 square times 3 square, that is equal to 4 times 9, that is equal to 36. As you see here, this particular 2 is the smallest power of 2 and this 2 is smallest power of 3, right? Let us write the answer. HCF of number 72 and 108 is 36. Now let's go to another problem. If LCM and HCF of two numbers are 108 and 9 respectively, and one of them is 54, then find the other number. We are given LCM and HCF of two numbers and one of the numbers are given, that is 54. We have to find the other number. This question is from year 2016 Andhra State Board exam. Now let's assume that the other number which we have to find is x. It is given that LCM of two numbers is 108. It means LCM of 54 and x is 108. Similarly, HCF of two numbers is given, that is 9. It means HCF of 54 and x is 9, right? We know that HCF times LCM equal to product of the given numbers, right? HCF is 9, LCM is 50, LCM is 108, and that is equal to, their product is equal to 54 times x. Let me rearrange this equation such that I can write x as 9 times 108 divided by 54. We can divide 54 with 9 such that you get 6 in the denominator. Let me write that. So it is going to be, x is going to be 108 divided by 6, that is equal to 18. So answer is, the other number is 18. It means LCM of 54 and 18 is 108 and HCF of 54 and 18 is 9, right? Next problem, that is problem number 3. What is P by Q form of 0.0875? This is also from year 2016 paper. 0.0875 can be written as 875 divided by 10,000, right? But this is not what we are asked to write it as. We have to express the given number as ratio of co-prime numbers P and Q. When I say co-prime numbers, they will have only one as the common factor. Here, as you see, 875 and 10,000, you can divide both the numbers with number 5, right? That's why these two are not co-prime numbers. Okay, let's now express 0.0875 as ratio of co-prime numbers. To do that, let's express the numerator and denominator as product of prime factors. 10,000 is 10 to the power 4, right? We know that 10 can be written as 2 times 5. These are the prime factors of 10, right? 10 power 4 can be written as 2 times 5 to the power 4. It means it is 2 power 4 times 5 power 4, right? We have now prime factors for 10,000. So those are 2 and 5. But the product of prime factors is going to be 2 power 4 times 5 power 4, that is equal to 10,000. We have to now find prime factors of 875 such that we can write 875 as product of its prime factors. 875 can be written as 5 times 175, right? Here 5 is prime number and 175 is composite number. 175 can be further written as 5 times 35, where 35 is composite number. 35 can be written as 5 times 7. Here both 5 and 7 are prime numbers. That's why now we can write 875 as product of its prime factors. That is 7 times 5 cube. Because 5 appeared thrice, it is 5 cube. Since 7 appeared only once, it is 7 here, right? Now 0.0875, which is equal to 875 divided by 10,000, now can be written as 7 times 5 cube divided by 2 power 4 times 5 power 4, right? Let me cancel 5 cube with 5 cube in the denominator, such that in the denominator we have only 5. It means 0.0875 is equal to 7 divided by 2 power 4 times 5. 2 power 4 is 16, right? 16 fives is 80. So the answer is 7 by 80, right? 0.0875 is 7 by 80. Here, you can't have any other factor other than 1 between 7 and 80. That is the whole idea, right? That's why these two are co-prime numbers. Let us go to the next problem. That is problem 4. Decimal form of 36 divided by 2 cube times 5 cube is what? It is also from 2016. 36 divided by 2 cube times 5 cube can be written as 36 divided by 10 cube, right? 10 cube means 1000. This is 36 divided by 1000. We know that 36 by 10 can be written as 3.6, because once you cancel 1 0 in the denominator, what you would be doing is you would be putting dot after one place from right in the number, right? 36 by 100 is going to be 0.36, because we are cancelling 2 zeros and putting the dot after 2 places from the right. 36 divided by 1000 is going to be 0.036, right? Let's write that. So answer is decimal form of 36 divided by 2 cube times 5 cube is 0.036. Let's go to the next problem. That is problem number 5. The rational number that equals to 2.6 over bar is what? We have, this is from year 2017 Andhra State Board exam. 2.6 with over bar on 6 can be written as 2.66666 and so on. You can write infinitely many number of sixes here, right? That is the whole idea when you represent with the over bar on 6, right? Let me say that x equal to 2.6 with over bar on 6. 10 times x is going to be 26.6 with over bar, right? For example, you multiply this particular number with 10, then you are going to have 2.6 times 10, that is going to be 26, but then the point comes here, right? And you can write, since you can write infinitely many number of sixes, you would be writing 6 over bar here. So now what I'm going to do is subtract x from 10x. That is going to be 26.6 minus 2.6, where these sixes have got over bars. Now it can be written as 9x equal to 26 minus 2, that is equal to 24, right? X equal to 24 by 9, that is equal to 8 by 3. So to answer the question, we say that the rational number that equals to 2.6 with over bar on 6 is 8 by 3, right? The next problem is problem number 6. Show that 2 plus 5 root 3 is irrational. This is from year 2019. This kind of problem is very important. We solve this problem by proof by contradiction method. It means we assume that 2 plus 5 root 3 is a rational number. We are asked to prove that it is an irrational number. We said that it is a rational number to begin with. When you say a rational number, it means it can be written as ratio of two integers, right? Here r and s are two integers, right? 2 plus 5 root 3 equal to r by s. If I say that r and s have a common factor other than 1, It means we can divide R and S with that common factor such that you can end up with it as a ratio of co-prime numbers, right? It means R by S can be written as A by B when R and S are divided by the common factor. Here A and B are going to be co-prime numbers. Got it? Let's write now 2 plus 5 root 3 equal to A by B. This can be rearranged and written as 5 root 3 equal to A by B minus 2. Right? A by B minus 2 can be written as A minus 2B divided by B. Right? Now what I'm going to do is I'll take this 5 onto the other side so that it goes into the denominator. So root 3 equal to A minus 2B divided by 5B. Since we said that A and B are integers and they are co-prime numbers also. If A and B are integers, A minus 2B is going to be integer, right? And 5B is also going to be an integer. It means A minus 2B divided by 5B is a ratio of two integers. It means it is a rational number, right? As per that, root 3, which is ratio of A minus 2B divided by 5B, is going to be a rational number, right? It is contradicting with the fact that root 3 is an irrational number. Why root 3 is an irrational number? We know that square root of a prime number is an irrational number. 3 is a prime number. Square root of 3 is going to be an irrational number. Right? Similarly, square root of 2 is an irrational number. Square root of 5 is an irrational number. Right? What happened is root 3 is an irrational number, whereas the proof we tried to get says that root 3 is a rational number. This happens because the fundamental assumption we made in the beginning, that is 2 plus 5 root 3 is a rational number, that is wrong, meaning that assumption is wrong. Therefore, we can say that 2 plus 5 root 3 is an irrational number rather than a rational number as we assumed in the beginning, right? This is what we are asked to show. This kind of problem is very important. Try to solve few problems of this kind. Now show that root 2 is an irrational number, root 5 is an irrational number, something like that. Let's go to the next problem, that is problem number 7. Expand log p square q cube divided by r power 4. We have to expand this logarithm into multiple logarithms. How are we going to do? This particular question is from 2020 model paper. For this problem, we are going to use all three laws of logarithms. The first law is log xy equal to log x plus log y. Log x times y equal to log x plus log y. Please note this. The second law is log x divided by y equal to log x minus log y. And the third law is log x power m equal to m log x. Please note this. We are going to make use of these three laws to expand this particular expression. So first I am going to use the second law such that the division symbol is taken out of the expression. Okay. How are we going to do? The numerator in the log, that is log p square times q cube, minus the log of denominator, right? That is minus log of r power 4. Now I am going to make use of the first law to expand this particular term. Here p square and q cube are getting multiplied, right? I can make use of the first law, that is log x times y equal to log x plus log y. With that, I can say that log p square q cube is equal to log p square plus log q cube. And the last term is kept as is. Now I'm going to make use of the third law so that all these powers, 4 here, 3 here, 2 here, they are looking like m here, right? They can be taken to the front. That is the third law, right? Now with that, log p square is going to be 2 times log p, and log q cube is going to be 3 times log q, and log r power 4 is going to be 4 times log r. Let's write that. 2 times log p, 3 times log q minus 4 times log r. So the answer is log p square q cube divided by r power 4 is 2 times log p plus 3 times log q minus 4 times log r. Right? Now let's go to the next problem. That is problem number 8. Find the value of log of square root of 625 to the base 5. Right? This is from year 2019. Log square root of 625 to the base 5, I'm saying it is equal to y. Right? We know square root of 625 is 25. Let me write that. Log 25 to the base 5 equal to y. This can be now written as 25 equal to 5 power y. I can express 25 as 5 square, right? 5 square equal to 5 power y. Since bases are same, the exponents can be equated, right? Exponent 2 is going to be equal to y. So we said that log square root of 625 to the base 5 equal to y. It means the value of log square root of 625 to the base 5 is equal to y equal to 2. This is what we are asked to find, right? I hope you like the video. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel Learn to Score. Thank you.